Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's me, the only Heartbreaker here. Back at it again with another podcast from my buddy Jacob and a
Oh
new
yeah,
guest. I hope to have him back again real soon. The
yeah.
guy's name is Daniel, owns his own YouTube channel called Daniel's Horror Pop Podcast, Garbage Day. Does a lot of good
Garbage
shit.
day.
And today we are doing his absolute favorite movie right now, his favorite horror movie, and one of my personal favorite black comedies, Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's dead.
So go on, Daniel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Freddy's Dead has always been my go-to when it comes to the Nightmare series. I know a lot of people go with the original or Part 3, but
Yeah, I was
when I got
Nightmare
into it,
1, 3, and 4 myself.
any
Freddy's-
Nightmare, which is... But Freddy's Dead always been like a go-to for me whenever I'm bored or whatever.
Only thing I do want to
And
say this. I want to say this too, though. When I rent Freddy's Dead from the video store, every time I would rent it, the ending was always in fucking 3D, so I was never able to watch it properly. So I don't have as much, as much watch time as other Nightmare movies, since even 5. Even though I prefer this movie to 5, but I never really have as much watch time since the ending was always in fucking 3D. So
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look past that, I mean...
oh yeah, no. It was actually in 3D, so I couldn't watch it.
Oh, I know. It was like a gimmick
Yeah, I know.
back in the day. It's like...
Yeah,
It was
kind
it was
Friday
on
13th,
kind of like
VHS.
Friday
they did.
13th Part 3.
Rarely
I don't think how...
the only problem is rarely any copy is sold as 3D. Like, I think the DVD might have some 3D, but the copy I have doesn't. I can never
You'd
watch
have
a
to
movie.
have...
Oh, sorry.
I think one box set sold it with it. But
yeah,
that one's kind of rare to find.
that one's rare to find, and I don't think Blu-ray does either. I don't think
No,
it
it
does.
doesn't.
I didn't think so. They just stopped doing.
I believe
When
the
video
only real
store had a-
release.
The video
I
store
believe
had a
the only real
VHS.
release is I forgot what it's called, but it's like this VHS thing.
Yeah, that's what I used to watch. I think it was a rent
It's-
UK DVD or something, or UK VHS. That's what it said when I looked it up. It was like a UK video rental something. I don't know what it exactly was called. Some shit like that. I used to that. It always kind of sucked that I had to watch it in 3D. It was the very end too, and I could never watch it properly. And I didn't have any 3D glasses at the time. But I think by Friday the 13th Part 3, I don't think I owned it at the time. So, but
yeah.
so yeah, you can talk more about the movie. I just want to say that.
Who, me?
Yeah, go. Go.
Other than the fact that I think it was cool that you get to see Freddy as a kid and Alice Cooper being his dad. That was
Yeah, that was
really
always
good.
cool.
The
I
only
like
time
that.
Yeah, it's the only time you get to see what made him. Like a lot of killers, abusive family and
He
killing
killed a
animals
toy.
and stuff. He did, yes. Yeah, the kid.
Oh yeah.
And that's what really set him off.
hmm The only problem with that is later on that he says that he was killing kids before, so, and then he says that he killed more kids because they took his daughter. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's
Freddy's not all about.
Yeah, I know,
mean,
Freddy
Freddy's
just-
not all about content.
Freddy
not all
just
about
doesn't make sense
continuity.
sometimes. No, I mean, like, I think just Freddy did fuck with people. Because that's who Freddy
we all
is,
know.
you know?
Well, it's kind of funny that he killed so many kids. There's like only a small amount left after like 10 years.
Yeah,
They
it's
kinda,
probably
like,
from
went
Freddy's
off.
Nightmares. The only problem with this movie is that Freddy's Nightmares isn't canon anymore, which kind of sucks. Well, you
Because
can
of the
technically...
I mean, you
You
can
can
take Freddy's
technically-
Nightmares as canon, and if you want to. I mean, it's
Technically,
all
yeah.
about it's all about your head canon. Nothing really matters because these movies are like
Yeah.
40 years old at this point.
And
So
nothing's been
As-
added to it for a while, so technically you can, but you can't consider the first and 7th episodes, since that one takes place in the 80s. Like, the timeline in that series is kind of fucked up.
I believe a lot of the episodes happen between 1 and 2,
I want Beefy
and
Boys
then
to be
like
real. I want Beefy Boys to be real. That's the one episode I would, if I was making a Nightmare movie, I'd put that as a cameo in the background. As a joke.
We need a new Nightmare movie.
Yeah,
Haven't
we
had
do.
one since the stupid remake.
Yeah. I'm guessing you don't like the remake either.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
neither do I.
mind Jackie
I'm the
Earle
only
Haley
person
as
in this.
Freddy.
I don't like it
I'm the
because
only
there was
person
no
who
thought or
likes the
care put
remake.
into it. That's the reason
Well,
why I don't
anybody
like
other
it.
than the guy who played Freddy didn't try.
Yeah,
The
nobody
acting was
tried.
horrible.
And
No
the
one cared. It was
direction,
just
well,
a
actually, the
paycheck.
direction isn't too bad because the
Well, it's
director
got good
wasn't trying.
cinematography, and the nightmare scenes are fine. It's
Yeah,
just everyone else is garbage.
yeah, the acting is shit. At least
I ain't
you
going
agree
to
with
give
me
my
with that.
opinions on it.
We'll do that when we get to review the New Nightmare. Or, sorry, not New Nightmare. Fucking the remake. Yeah. We'll review New Nightmare eventually, but we love New Nightmare here.
I really like New Nightmare a lot. I think it's pretty underrated.
I think that might have been my least rented, actually. I don't remember renting that too often. I don't know why. I like New Nightmare, just I don't remember renting it too often.
Well, it doesn't scream a Freddy movie because it's not really Freddy.
Well, they had like one of those, those packs with Freddy on the side. They had one of those. So I'd always want to like, anytime I'd see it, I would always like. Sometimes they'd be in out of order, and I'd put them in order just so they would show Freddy.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want that VHS again. With Freddy on the sides. That was a cool. I have the Nightmare 1, and I might have Nightmare 3 somewhere here, but I hope I do. But it might have been. I don't know.
What irks me about people's complaint about Freddy's Dead is they say that Freddy wasn't always comedy, but even in the first movie, he was kind of.
He's kind of jokey.
I mean, long arm Freddy you can't take seriously in the first 10 minutes of the first movie.
Yeah, sometimes
that was scary. That was silly.
Freddy fuck around people. And Nightmare 3,
I think that
was
part 6 took it to as extreme because it's supposed to be the last. So what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Had to go as
it's
far
supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah, like he said, a black comedy, not to be taken seriously. Just have a lot of fun.
It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I will admit though,
which I grew to love.
Yeah, so did I. But I will say that Seed of Chucky, that does not do it. I don't like Seed of Chucky.
Oh my god, no, that's
too far.
Wrong. That's
too far.
That's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 doing it.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 though can be looked as a so bad that it's a good movie. I know Heartbreaker loves it.
But Seed of Chucky can't be looked at as anything.
Yeah, that can't. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. Most of the movies in Nightmare and Child's Play and all those franchises and shit, I don't hate any movies except for Hellraisers. And that was screwed the fuck over really bad.
I've heard the Hellraiser sequel really bad. Yeah. Like they kind of just put Pinhead in a movie where it's not about Pinhead. And having a wholly different story that's not Hellraiser.
Yeah, except for Revelation. Revelation was actually written to be a Hellraiser movie, but it was complete
the
ass.
Worst.
That movie was hell.
A lot of these franchises have bad movies in them. We can all agree with that.
Yeah, all of them do.
But Hellraiser has got to be the worst
out of all
horror movie franchise ever.
Even more than Leprechaun and shit like that.
Dude, all of the Leprechaun movies are enjoyable.
Oh yeah, they're all fun.
But Hellraiser,
except
like
for Origins,
each one of them
except for Origins. I have to say that Origins sucks. Or not? Yeah, Origins.
Yeah, whatever.
That movie
but Hellraiser is like half of the franchise, more than half the franchise. It sucks. It's not a part of Hellraiser. They should have just made new IPs. It would have been better.
Well, except for Hellraiser 5, that's what you told me at least.
Yeah, Hellraiser 5 is like the second best. Hellraiser
that's because it has
heart.
I actually looked at a document, or I'm not sure, interview with Tunnicliffe, and he said that did that movie for fucking free. That's why the effects are so damn good. There was some heart and care put into that movie, which is something I like. As long as there's heart and care, I can enjoy the movie a little bit.
Well, isn't the puppet music kind of like that? A lot of them are really bad. They're like 13.
Yeah, all the rest of them are pretty shitty. I think there's some so bad as good qualities with most of them, except for Judgment. Or not Judgment, I mean... Well, Judgment's actually pretty good. I like Judgment, but...
my favorite one is Judgment, so don't you dare crap on Judgment, man.
Oh, Judgment's your favorite? Hellraiser 2 is actually my favorite, so... Neither one of us have the original as our favorite, which is most people's favorite. Which is weird.
I hear a lot of people like 2 and 3 more than the original.
Oh, you do? Damn, I hear a lot of people like the first. But the third one is like it's fun. I like the third movie. The fourth movie takes it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk about Freddy's
Okay,
death.
JK.
I just realized
we gotta talk about the scenes of Freddy's dead. Let's
realized
keep
we
moving.
talked about
It's
all these franchises for so damn long.
That's okay.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People can skip this moment. They can skip
it's an
around.
open discussion.
Yeah. We talk about
podcast. What do you think?
We talk about random shit in this podcast. We don't care what the fuck we talk about. We can talk about pornos if we wanted to.
Pretty sure there's Freddy pornos.
Yeah, there's Freddy. I know there's what is it called? Wet Dream on Elm Street.
Ew.
That's what it's called. I never watched it, but I saw like one clip out of context. He has dildos on his hand. Review fucking horror pornos is a joke.
Every April Fool's.
Hey, we did have our April Fool's video out just last podcast. Well, that didn't come out on April Fool's, but oh well. Screw it, it was close enough. All right, Heartbreaker, you want to talk about the first scene since I doubt that he can. Okay. So the movie starts off. We're actually starting the movie off finally. It actually starts off with. I actually want to that I like this movie soundtrack kind of. It's pretty. It's actually decent.
Is amazing.
It's actually pretty good, especially the ending, which we'll get to later. I don't want to spoil that because I love the ending song. That's my favorite part of the movie. But anyway,
it's like 3/4 Google dolls from the night. Pretty good.
Yeah, the ending scene, like the credits are my favorite. It's sad when a movie's credits is your favorite part, but it is.
They show all the parts of all Nightmare movies.
Yeah, I love that. But anyway, so we get the title of Freddy's Dead and shit like that, and we get to "Welcome to Prime Time, bitch." And I think there's one other quote. I can't remember what it says.
It's a quote about dreams from Edgar Allan Poe, and then there's one actual cool quote. It says, it's the Freddy Krueger quote, and then we go into Freddy like torturing this one child, and you go about what happens.
So he's in an airplane, and wait, you go.
I love how the lady tells him not to be a pussy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's probably one of my. I'm afraid of flying. It's like, don't be a pussy.
I remember that was supposed to be the one person from. I know it was another New Line movie, but she died before they could do it, which kind of sucked. I didn't watch the movie they did, so I don't really know too much about it. I just remember that from fucking.
Well, they call him John Doe throughout.
Yeah, John Doe, because he doesn't have a name. They're so lazy to give him a name.
Pretty much, just call him John Doe. Even whenever he dies, you go John. That was actually his name.
They don't. Well, but oh well, screw it. So pretty much Freddy is fucking with him and showing little kid and shit like that and throwing him out the plane.
A whole new playground.
Freddy wants this kid. So anyway, the house is actually falling like fucking Wizard of Oz. And you actually have the Wizard of Oz fucking theme. And I'll get you, my pretty, and you little soul, too.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul, too.
It's a weird way to open the movie, but it's funny. It's funny that it starts that way.
It's actually extremely quotable.
Yeah, it is.
Movies that they think are bad are usually really quotable.
They are. Like Garbage
the
Day.
map says we're fucked.
Yeah, Garbage Day and shit like that. That's really quotable. Yep. I like Silent Night, Deadly Night too.
Deadly Night Part 2.
Yeah, it had a couple of quotable lines. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but they had a couple. Mainly from Freeman, but... And Heartbreaker actually loves the third movie, which I don't understand at all. I can't understand that even in the slightest.
With Bill Moseley?
Yeah, I can't understand that at all myself. I don't like that movie since... I don't like there's no music in it, and it kind of bores me. We'll do that during Christmas time. That and I think we're doing the first two, aren't we? I guess we're doing that together since.
Well, it's more like 1.5 because the first half of the second movie is the first.
Yeah, we're doing that together since why not? Screw it.
Well, yeah, after he gets off the plane, he gets scooted into the town because Freddy can't break through.
Yeah, he's thrown into.
So he tells him to go fetch Doggy.
But there's also one thing I do want to mention that they have that cameo from fucking what's his name Bob fuck what was his name? God damn it, Bob Shea. You have the cameo of Bob Shea. You'll miss the bus.
He's a ticket. He's a ticket.
He's a ticket guy.
Ticket guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
He was also he was the guy in A Nightmare 2, I think. He was he was one of the guys in leather. His daughter watched him buy fucking leather. He took his daughter to buy fucking leather and shit like that. I find that funny. Yeah. But no screaming while the bus is in motion.
No screaming while the bus is in motion.
Like I said, extremely quotable.
Yeah.
What's
with kids
like every
today,
Freddy line is quotable.
No respect. Kung Fu this, bitch. Those you forgot about the power glove.
You forgot about the power glove.
Jump, boy. There's so many lines I can think of from this.
Funny enough, a young Breckenmeyer is one of the kids.
Mm-hmm. There's so many
Very
lines.
young Breckenmeyer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess we're done with the opening scene, which, you know, he's kicking the other. He's. I'm not sure. I guess he's knocked. I guess
he was in the
knocked
dream
out.
world to the real world.
Yeah, he's knocked. He wakes up, I guess, but then he gets knocked out. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but okay.
He gets kicked out, and then he hits his head on a rock.
Yeah.
I think Freddy did that on purpose, so he didn't remember who he was. So he.
Well, I don't think he did it on purpose.
Tricked him to find his daughter.
Or maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know.
No, I think he did it on purpose because he didn't want him to remember.
Oh, I got you.
So he could use it. So he can use him to find his daughter.
Okay, I understand.
I think
that makes sense.
I think a little more thinking goes into the movie than people expect.
Mm-hmm. This movie is pretty good though. It's a 3 from me, but I like it still.
It's better than what most people give it.
Most
people put it with Jason Goes to Hell, which I like. See the Chucky, the bad Hellraiser movie.
Yeah, it's not really that bad. It's not definitely not that terrible. It's not the worst horror movie I've seen. This is way worse than this movie. Hellraiser Judgment as right now. If people suggest watching bad horror movies, I'll fucking do it. But it's not fun. It's not fun to watch a bad horror movie like Judgment is not fun. But like this movie is so bad that it's good style to it, which it's fun. I like. Heartbreaker, where are you?
I just wanted to say that I hate how like people say like it's so bad it's good. I can't wait until somebody says it's so good it's bad.
That's what Hellraiser Judgment is. It's so bad that it's bad. That's what it is.
Well, I don't.
No, Hellraiser Judgment is amazing. Fuck you.
No, not Judgment. I'm sorry. I confused names. I meant Revelation. I like Revelation.
Yeah, Revelations, boy. Get it right.
I keep confusing the name.
Resurrection.
Fuck. Resurrection. Sorry, I'm getting all these resurrections and Revelations confused. Whatever. I like Judgment. I'm confusing my shit. So anyway, John Doe is seen as a junkie and he's taken to the shelter. Somehow, the same place that Freddy.
I love how they automatically think he's a junkie. Like they do not think that he lives there. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and then this
and
kid,
like
those two cops. Those cops don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, fuck
just
doing work. Fuck doing work. Work's fucking shit. Who wants to do fucking work? Like you don't do work in your life.
Not cops in horror movies.
So then we're in the shelter, and this guy, I do want to mention, this kid's playing a Tiger Electronic game, which that has to be goddamn, that has to be a shitty game to play. It's fucking a Ninja Gaiden. Fuck, that has to be not fun to play in a goddamn Tiger Electronic game. Since
no, I think they just want to promote bad Nintendo products.
That's not Nintendo. That's Tiger. They would have
the Power Glove's Nintendo.
Well, no, Nintendo didn't want them to promote the Power Glove. They said no, but they didn't fucking anyway. There's
Well, they
actually.
didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So actually, in Freddy's Nightmares, somehow they were able to show Super Mario Brothers. I don't know how, but they were able to. I don't know. I don't think they were able to trick. I don't know. I don't know how they were able to do it, but they.
The
I
thing
think if
is
you call, I
that
think if you
Mario
call it
is
something
like
else,
you as long as you call it something else, you don't. It can look
it
like
doesn't.
Mario. It can sound like Mario. You could literally be playing Mario, but as long as you don't acknowledge that it is Mario,
Mhm.
Oh,
you can have it done. Like
That's
in
why the
Punisher
Power Glove
comics.
is like golden and doesn't look like a regular Power Glove. They call it the
Mm.
Power Glove, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I know. Well,
So it's not
I think
copyright infringement.
Like if they said, "You forgot the Nintendo Power Glove," then they would have gotten sued into the ground.
Yeah.
But just because it's a Power Glove, a ton of companies were making Power Gloves
Yeah.
when Nintendo started making them because they were like, "Holy shit,
Yeah, I
this is
know
gonna
there was
sell out."
Tiger actually
Nintendo's
made
fucking
something
making them.
similar.
You
Tiger
know,
made something
even
similar.
though the Power Glove was a shitty controller.
Yeah, it
It
was.
didn't work.
It didn't work worth a damn. There was one that was actually worse. I think Tiger made a shittier one. They're talking about that. Sega probably would have done something with this movie though. They would have done
But
that. Sega
but basically,
fucking does that kind of shit.
but basically, when they meet the kids, they want to escape because they don't like living there.
Yeah,
So
the girl
they
has
try to
anger
drive
issues.
into town. And before that, they show that map of all the towns Freddy destroyed. So he's pretty much took out like almost all the kids in the
Yeah,
United States. It's pretty
Freddy's
fucked up.
Nightmares fucked everybody up. As long as you see that some of those episodes canon, they're just stories. You can consider those canon, but
I think there is canon as Friday the 13th.
the
The TV
series,
series is
I
canon.
didn't watch Friday the 13th the series.
I watched a couple episodes. It's okay. I guess the main guy from it is in Jason Goes to Hell. So.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been wanting to kind of watch it. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything.
You can buy
good or
the entire
bad.
series
Yeah, you
on
can
like
buy it on
DVD or Blu-ray
DVD.
for like $20.
Yeah, you can buy it on DVD.
It's one.
Compared to
it's
It's
fucking
one of the.
Freddy's Dead. Not Freddy's Dead, Freddy's Nightmares. I keep confusing fucking names. Fuck!
That's because that movie was. That's because that TV show was more liked, even though it didn't connect to Friday the 13th at all. It was more
No, it was
liked
pretty
because
popular.
it was basically Twin Peaks, X-Files, and Supernatural, but just had Friday the 13th a name on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Freddy's
these
Nightmares
items are
had Freddy.
possessed.
They should have fucking released that shit on DVD. I want a DVD release, goddammit.
Freddy's Nightmares is not on DVD.
No, it's not. Oh, actually,
What?
it's a couple episodes. But that's about it. Not the whole series. Not on DVD.
So it's more like best of stuff on
Yeah.
DVD, not the whole series.
Actually, the second and third episode is on a Blu-ray.
Well,
Nightmare on
doesn't
Street.
Arrow or those other companies sometimes take obscure shows and put them on DVD and Blu-ray?
Yeah, I think that's I know I saw that. It's Archive, I think, something like that. WB Archive, but they haven't done that they put it on Archive, but that's about it.
Wow. Huh.
They don't have it on DVD. No, they do have it for free at least. That's at least decent, but they don't have a DVD release, so there's not as many people watching it, which kind of sucks. Season 2, they don't even have it on there, but some user actually uploaded it, so luckily it's on Archive if anybody wants to watch it. Which actually decent
Nobody
site.
cares, Jay.
Archive's a decent site, okay? It's actually pretty good for watching Freddy's Nightmares, I'm not joking. And watching, Looney Tunes shorts and shit.
Does it
Probably
have
not.
any of the racist
It might.
old
Since I don't think
Hanna-Barbera? The wacky
Tom
racist
and
is what you're
Jerry.
talking
It might have
about?
Tom and Jerry and shit like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it has. I never really looked.
I mean the Mickey Mouse cartoons. Does it have any of those old ones?
It might have a few of
Probably.
them. You'd have to look, but it probably has one or two. Since I don't think Warner Brothers actually released them in DVD. They might have, but I'm not sure. They probably released a racist DVD. The most racist of Disney and Looney
Lord.
Tunes.
Dude, that would have been hilarious.
No, they had to fix those before they
make
could
fun of
release
the
them.
fact that they used to make racist stuff. Dude, that could totally
Actually, I
control
think
over it.
Disney, they still, except for the Hitler one, instead of that, they actually do release it, but they have, something beforehand saying, yeah, this was really fucking racist and fucked up.
This no longer supports our values of the company nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Just bitch, you put out so much content, who knows what you
I know a lot of them were racist, but a lot of them were still good. So I don't think there was many Tom and Jerry shit that was racist.
Tom and Jerry wasn't. Man, that shit was always.
That shit was always good. That shit's always gold, unless you're watching the movie, which I actually have to review. Which fuck.
Space Jam. I'm going to Space Jam.
Space Jam. Yeah, I love Space. I like Space Jam. I haven't watched it in a long time.
It's free on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. I have to rewatch it again. I just realized it was on Netflix because it hasn't been on there for a long time. So anyway, these kids, they want to get the fuck out of there. This one kid has a hearing aid. The one kid likes video games and smoking weed. And the one girl's anger management issues because of her father, which we'll get into later. I do want to mention the deleted scenes. Do you remember the deleted scenes for this movie? I remember a couple.
Never watched them.
I watched a couple of them. All I remember is that they had her mother in it more. That's about it. And they had a scene for it, like establishing like dreams and shit. I know the John Doe scene where he's like, "This is your memory, idiot, fucking memory, or remember me or some shit."
I'm your fucking memory.
Yeah, some shit like that. That scene did a little bit extra, but it was just a little bit. And I know the maps. We'll talk about this later. I'm not gonna spoil
I'll
everything
give you
right
100
now.
beers to shut the fuck up.
Oh wait, no, it's I'll crack his bottle and he had to shut the fuck up or some shit like that. Something about.
Probably my favorite kill in horror is in the middle of the movie.
Oh yeah, with
Nice
Spencer.
hearing from you, Carlos.
Okay, that one.
No, that kill is horrible. It's probably the worst part of the movie. My favorite kill ever is the Carlos kill.
You see, so you don't like the video game kill?
No, I like it up to the part where he's like bouncing around the house. It's kind of
okay, yeah, that's stupid.
Everything up to that is fine, but then when they went full on that.
Yeah, that's a little too far.
And I don't hate the look of Freddy as much as everyone else does.
Yeah, I thought it looks better than the Nightmare 5 look, to be honest.
Oh God, Nightmare 5.
You don't like Nightmare 5?
No, he doesn't.
I think it's okay. It's not my favorite, but
2.
I think Nightmare 2 is better for me. I like Nightmare 2 mostly, but that's because I would rent that too. Nightmare 4, I prefer Nightmare 2 though. That one's always been like not my favorite, but it's like in the middle for me still, but I still love it. The Nightmare 3 is number 2, and Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite.
Probably one of my favorite lines in the movie is when Freddy loops them to the city and they look at the map. He says we're fucked.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Says that we're fucked.
We're
fucked.
You know,
and Roseanne.
Yeah.
And Tom Arnold.
Yeah. People like to make fun of that. I'd probably make fun of that if I was reviewing the movie.
Jay, you would buy an actual map and like paint on it, say you fuck.
I probably would do that.
That would be fucking awesome.
This movie is fucked. That's probably what I'd do as an open tag. This movie is fucked.
But they totally get caught when they're trying to run away because she crashes the van. And they end up at a house that Freddy.
No injuries to any of the characters.
No injuries. Right.
But we have to talk about the Dream Demons, which, okay, they're kind of a little weird, but okay, the Dream Demons are okay. They have them.
What gives Freddy his powers?
Yeah, they talk about how he gets his powers and shit like that, and the scene like that. They give it to one man or whatever.
When they're in the school.
Fucked up. No, this is in the. This is when she's talking to the doc.
Oh right. Because he has a picture of it on his wall.
And then this the John Doe person is fucking. He's like half fucking asleep like I am right now. It's worse. He's like, can I get a something or a Coke? I meant the soda because they think he's a fucking junkie and shit.
Right, because he's good found in it.
Yeah, I want a Coke now. You don't know which Coke I'm talking about.
Basically
I love that guy who is I forgot to say this, but I love that guy who is Death, and he's working out with that lady, and he says, "I love the way you sweat." It's just a really weird, just a really weird pickup
Carlos.
line, but it's fucking hilarious.
I think he's just fucking with her and shit. He wasn't getting any. He definitely wasn't getting any.
Carlos is the ladies' man. Come on.
Come on, man. That's how you get the ladies, man.
Yeah, just tell him, I love your sweat. Just lick her.
She doesn't like being touched.
Yeah.
That's why she fights with
She probably would have
guards.
ripped his fucking tongue off.
They said they're hitting him. Being touched,
Mhm.
molested by her father.
Yeah. Some fucked up
But
shit.
you gotta remember, man. You can't you can't attack a disabled person, so he rips out his ear thing.
Right.
That's probably one of the more subtle ways I think I've ever seen somebody show that they're blind, even though he can hear perfectly fine.
That's deaf, not
Deaf.
blind.
Death, whatever the fuck. They're both basically the same injuries.
You're deaf.
Just yeah, fuck you. I ain't deaf.
So anyway,
I'm
John
hearing
Doe's
everything.
John Doe was
I just ain't
sleeping.
paying attention.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same. I can hear fine, but then I'm like, what? Huh? But anyway, John Doe's sleeping, and his moment of getting really wacky. When he's sleepwalking, he like, I guess it makes some sense since he is sleepwalking. But when Carlos, when that happens, it doesn't make any sense. It's too fucking wacky. Here it's not too bad, but when he's going up the stairs, invisible stairs and shit. But the guy, his memory's like, free me, you idiot! I'm your fucking memory. And he knocks at the security guard and shit.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of funny. He's like, asshole. And shit like that. It's kind of, it's funny that he fucking blames even though he's sleepwalking. It's not his fault. He was just sleepwalking. But,
I find it funny that when they're in the town, there's a clashing dedication.
Oh, yeah, with no fucking kids. I wonder who pays him.
Nope, no kids. He killed, like, all the kids.
His job would probably be really easy.
Or just lure him into nightmares and kill him.
You just have to do nothing for...
Freddy Krueger would be a great babysitter if you wanted to get rid of your children.
Yeah.
1-800/get rid of your child quick.
Well, actually, if you're not afraid of him, then technically Freddy can't do very much unless he gets somebody else to do it, which he's done before. If he can't get somebody, he'll get somebody else to do it for him.
I'm pretty sure there are hundreds
in
of
this
people
movie,
who
he
worship
does use all
Freddy
their
Krueger.
fears. The Breckenmeyer, his dad, Carlos, his mom, she calls him to be deaf. Girl's afraid of her dad because he molested her. So he does kind of know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, he knows everybody.
He's like a yellow
He still
lantern. He
follows the
knows your
rules.
fears.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty psychological.
Freddy is really
Big
good
cartoon.
deciding how to free his victims. You know, I think Nightmare 3 does it best though. With you want to get let's get high.
Let's get
Shit
high.
like that.
Yeah.
And welcome to prime time, bitch. So anyway, they're going back to Springfield, Springfield. Oh, you know, Springwood. God damn it! I always confuse that. I've done that multiple times. I've done that multiple times.
And I'm pretty sure this movie has a line that every town has. This isn't Elm Street. Every town.
Every town is a Springfield too. Simpsons are everywhere.
Springwood.
And
he puts up a sign.
Oh, you know, every town has an Elm Street on it. That's it.
Yeah, and then he puts up an Elm Street.
Yep.
But you're right. She does say, "Is every."
Mm-hmm. So anyway, they go to Springwood. Yeah, Springwood. 15,265 population, which I don't even know. Most of them must be fucking adults. They have 15,000 adults. So anyway, they're trying to find out what's happening with the little girl and shit like that. And he falls asleep and sees the little girl and almost fucking crashed the goddamn car, the piece of shit. And, he, everybody's in the back. Because they decide, why not? Let's try to get out of here. Even though,
Why not? I mean, it's only the guy who can kill us.
Yeah. That was a terrible
Every
decision.
town has an Elm Street.
But if they wouldn't have done that, they wouldn't have anybody to kill. You know? Okay, so they're in the town fair with no kids and shit. And
Tom Arnold and
Tom
Roseanne
Arnold and
Barr.
Roseanne, yep. I want my children back.
I promise I'll hide them and they'll never.
Looky, I got your nose, looky.
You know Ethel. You know Ethel's.
So anyway, they're all fucking no kids and shit, so they're freaked out and shit, because who wouldn't be scared of Roseanne? So, they're taken to the van, and they have to, go around and shit, and Carlos is, of course, yelled at for smoking, which they're going to California, so.
Not Carlos, it was Spencer.
Oh, Spencer,
Carlos
sorry.
is a duck punt. Spencer's the one that's weed.
I'm confused.
Carlos doesn't like weed.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Carlos
which is
doesn't
weird
like
since they're going to fucking California, which is not a place where, like, it's legal now, so you'll see weed often. No. Well, actually, you can't smoke it outside, like, at certain places, but still.
It's a victimless crime. People shouldn't be in jail for it.
Nope, it should be at least decriminalized in all states.
It almost is. There's only like what 3 or 4 states that still have it.
Yeah,
where
it
it's
sucks.
illegal.
My state has it illegal, so
No.
it sucks. It is medical though, but there's no way I'm getting medical unless I say I am very depressed. Give me marijuana.
I think we left off.
Oh yeah, 1-2 Freddy's coming for you. So anyway, yeah, we're just around that. So anyway, one of the townspeople, I guess, drew on the sidewalk 1-2 Freddy's coming for you, which had to have taken a while to do. It's really cool.
I agree.
Even though I think actually the gloves on backwards. I just realized that. But it is. I guess he's like holding it backwards or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a chalk drawing. If it's backwards, it's fine. It's not really like I've seen Freddy like multiple times have it on his left glove sometimes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps the child like those children. Looks like a.
We all know that the first nursery rhyme I learned was 1-2 Freddy's coming for you. That was clearly what I was sung and in the crib.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, I've been watching the original Nightmare since I was 2 years old. When you weren't even born yet.
How long have you been watching the original Nightmare? Daniel, how long have you been watching
the
this series?
Well, I didn't. I'm like the only one in my family that likes horror, so I didn't really grow up on it. But I remember watching New Night on TV, and that always scared me. But then I really got into horror in the late 2000s. So then I started watching with Freddy's Dead. So seeing Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 really got me into horror, which I don't like because I think it's horrible. But then I started watching a bunch of horror, and and Freddy said made me a Fred head. He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite too. Both of us started young ages. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta desensitize yourself to horror movies. After a while, you'll love them.
I wish I did. Just my parents weren't into it.
Mm-hmm. What you gotta do is you gotta start at a young age. That if you're adult, I guess you could technically start with less scary movies and move on to scary movies and keep watching movies. I
own all the original monsters, Wolfman and Dracula, and I had some of the silent ones. Those are pretty just from a historical standpoint.
Universal isn't gonna scare you, but they're fun to watch. I've been watching them recently. I started watching Naruto earlier, though, so it's probably going to be a little while until I start watching the Universal Monsters again. Because I need a little break. No, it wasn't filler. It was actually around episode 130 of Shippuden, so I cried.
At least you're not watching One Piece. Ugh.
Yeah, if you watched Naruto around episode 130-ish, I'm not sure the exact episode, you'll know what I mean.
But yeah, they keep going in a loop with that van. And
Yeah.
Eventually, they go into a house that I think it's Freddy's house.
No, it first
Or
looks
something.
like it's a different house, but then it turns to Freddy's house. It was actually, I guess it was a dollhouse. And there's a scene with school with the teacher. Freddy came back to look for more. That teacher's so goddamn over the top.
Right?
Yeah.
He's
Freddy sailed across the sea.
He's fucking insane.
Freddy discovered.
He's nuts.
That teacher has got to be Freddy. You know, there's no way he could.
Either that, he might be possessing him, or some shit like that. He just possesses people sometimes for fun.
Freddy's got a lot of power.
Freddy likes possessing people every once in a while, just change things up, you know? Even though he did it in the second movie. Even though he did it possess somebody in the second goddamn movie. That I like to change things up. So when you get the house now, on the street house, and Carlos falls asleep. Or Carlos. And there's one
Of
really
course, it's fucking Carlos. It's always the Mexicans who get it wrong.
Damn.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Joke.
Probably my favorite kill in all the horror is the nice hearing from Carlos.
Yeah, and there's one really unnecessary fucking jump scare, which isn't even slightly fucking scary, where she just touches his arm, and then there's just one sound effect that isn't even fucking scary. I have no idea why the fuck they put that in there. Just unnecessary jump scares, I don't like them. Especially if they're not even slightly, like, if they're like that. But it's fine, whatever. It's better than some of the movies now, they're throwing them all over the place. They're like, fake jump scare here, fake jump scare, yeah, this will totally scare the audience. Most movies
Jump
now
scares don't
jump
scare
scares.
the audience.
Well, they scare
that
some of
isn't
the
how
audience.
you make.
Well, I just love
Think
the
about jump
being
scares.
jumped. Dude, the thing
It
about
doesn't
jump scares,
scare 'em.
they're not. Dude, listen to me, okay? I haven't been talking this entire podcast, but listen, I got a legit point here. I got a legit point here. Jump scares do not scare the audience.
They don't.
They make you jump. That's the name of their name. If they were truly terrifying, you would be thinking about them. But no, they're just a quick, rah! You know, and once you're like there.
Unless you're a pussy, then it might scare the shit out of you anyway. And you gotta like, oh, no,
Jump scares are not scary.
It's not.
The entire point of them is not to be scared. The entire point is to make you jump.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an action movie, you know. Get your heart racing while you're in like a tense action scene, you know.
That's why jump scares don't really work. Well, every once so often they do actually work as a cheap scare.
Yep.
Every so often one of them will work though. They'll get you, but I'll say there's a few jump scares that have gotten me, but I expect them, but god damn it, they still get me since the goddamn loud noises.
Well, in the thing, that one scene, people was coming, but his arm tripped out, so good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Freddy is at his best in the Carlos.
Yeah, it's probably his best scene.
Scares him psychologically, messes with him. He's funny, he's scary, he's creepy. His head freaking explodes.
He turns to his mom.
I think a lot of people don't notice the scene because they hate Freddy's Dead so much. But if they took that scene, their hatred for Freddy's Dead out of it, I think that kill would
Some people actually say it's
a lot
their
more
favorite part of
appreciated.
the movie. I've heard some people say
it's a great kill scene.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like people who hate Halloween 6, but then love the scene where that asshole dad gets killed. He gets his head blown up. It's kind of like
yeah.
Halloween
The producers cut. They don't even have that
meat.
scene, sadly.
It depends on what cut you have.
Yeah. Producers cut. They don't even have that scene, sadly.
Yeah,
They have fat.
Yeah, they
Myers.
do.
They do have it, but it's different.
It's not
different.
the good and bloody kill, but it is.
No. Where the guy got what he deserved.
Either way, the kill's okay, and the producers cut.
I know
it's way
when
better
I do my giveaway, I'm giving away the Halloween 6 producers cut.
I own the producers cut.
I got both of them. I'm looking at them right now.
I have the.
I own both of them too, but I don't care for the producers cut, so
I don't
I'll
care
give it
for
away.
the movie either way. It's one of my least. I don't get why people.
I love Halloween 6.
I enjoy
man. It's my
Halloween 6.
favorite.
I enjoy, like, It's the most I enjoyed this movie. It's kind.
It's
I
my
prefer
fourth
Halloween
favorite.
6, but
It's my fourth or fifth favorite.
yeah, my favorite of sequel is Halloween 4. I love Halloween 4. I grew up with
Halloween
Halloween.
2
I
Rob
was
grew up
Zombie's
with
good.
Halloween 2 is my absolute favorite. Halloween
Yep.
4, then
Not
Halloween
goddamn
3,
Rob
then the
Zombie's
original,
Halloween
then
2,
Halloween
but
6.
Halloween.
Oh damn! You put the fourth movie with the original. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, and I put Rob
I put
Zombie's
Rob
Halloween 2 is my
Zombies.
absolute favorite.
I put Rob Zombies over the original.
Yeah, I normally put the original in my favorites. This is my favorite.
But after
Because you're a fucking noob. You're
back
just a
on track,
degenerate
after
horror
I
fan.
think we'll agree
Carlos's
though.
kill,
Oh wait, no, you go.
after Carlos's kill, you have the Spencer's kill. You have Johnny Depp
We
coming
gotta
back.
talk about Carlos' kill a little bit. We gotta explain it, you know. So anyway,
We'll go for it.
I'll talk about it in detail. So anyway, Carlos gets his mother who decides to put Freddy who puts that Q-tip right into his ear, impaling his brain. It probably should have killed him, but oh well. Screw it. Freddy.
No.
It's
no,
Freddy's
no, no,
rules.
no, no, no.
It's
Shut
Freddy's
up,
rules.
Jay. You're
Freddy's
missing a
rules.
huge part. Okay, so Freddy puts this little thing on Carlos's ear, making his ear to where he could
Well, no,
hear
that was the
everything.
first part. I'm getting into it.
Yeah, when he's his mom, he puts it through his brain, and that's after the fact, before he reveals he's Freddy.
I know, man.
That was him taking off
But
the
Jay, you went right into the ear poking thing, but you totally forgot about how Freddy puts those like little bitty nail things and he throws them on the ground
That
and they're all
happens.
like super.
He cuts off the ear first, then he does that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he gives him a hearing aid that amplifies his hearing.
Yeah, you're the one
million
out
times.
bro. Yeah, you got.
I think
I'm
that
one
is
out
the
of order.
most torturing Freddy's ever done to anybody.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Damn it.
Well, except
I'm sorry,
for maybe
Jay,
Glenn.
continue.
We don't know what the fuck happened to Glenn.
No, we don't know what happened.
He could have been fucked by Freddy. We don't know. He could have been. He could have got his claw shoved up his ass. That might have cost all the blood. I don't know. But anyway, he just decides to fuck with him with all the nails and shit. It's like he starts with one, but then he throws down a bunch. The first one he was able to catch, the rest he wasn't. So anyway, he fucks with him, and Freddy he grabs the chalkboard and starts having his clawed and shit, which that has to fucking hurt even if you don't have a hearing aid like that. God damn. Having Freddy's claws on a goddamn chalkboard, even fucking nails and shit fucking hurt your ears. That gotta fucking hurt like a motherfucker, even without it. I wouldn't want to hear that shit. But oh well. So anyway, that blows up his fucking head. Nice to hear you. Nice hearing from you, Carlos. Which is a pretty cool line. Yeah, we like this scene. Most people don't even like Freddy's Dead. They say the scene is okay.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's a really good scene.
Freddy at his best.
Mm-hmm. Freddy in this movie, at least.
Yep.
So anyway, there's one thing though. Spencer's smoking weed and he's seeing shit. It's like he's on fucking acid, which weed does not do shit like that. But if he's,
I think he fell asleep.
no,
while he was
actually, there's
smoking
one
weed,
thing that there's actually one fact that almost nobody knows. So if you're a pothead, you don't really dream too often. That's what happens. You don't reach REM very often. Potheads don't really dream. They can, but it's less likely for them to dream.
And
I guess
we should care about this. Why?
because I wanted to state facts. God damn it! But it doesn't matter since Freddy he has his own set of rules. He can get anybody, even if they can't dream. Actually, he probably can't get them if they can't dream, but. Well, even if they can't dream, he can possess somebody and kill him anyway. Screw it. He'll do that. Because Freddy, he has to. He'll do that. I know in the comics he's done that, I think. He's gotten people to kill for him before, so he can,
Basically, Spencer got
crack.
so high, he just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Or not fell asleep, just kind of conked out.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like knocked out. So
Later on, they have that scene with the TV, and it's I think if you have done acid, technically, weed can make you have acid flashbacks, which is kind of what's happening, but Freddy's like, yeah, let's trip out, and shit like that, which is not what happens on weed. Oh well. Whatever. I don't expect Nightmare to get the weed facts
I love how
right.
there's a cameo in that scene.
Oh, Johnny
on
Depp.
The TV. Yep.
Yeah, Johnny.
Your brain on drugs.
Sadly, he didn't show up for New Nightmare, but that's because of Wes, since he was too scared to ask him. But he probably would have done it. He thanked Wes he liked Wes. He would have done it. He did this movie, so he would have done New Nightmare. But there's also a scene where
Okay, guys, I gotta do some chores. I'll be back in like a few minutes.
All right.
All right.
You want to just talk about the movie still?
Sure.
All right. So anyway, so we're talking about Freddy having a kid, and she says she recognized the I think her name is Lisa, right? Lisa. Yeah. So they are saying that she also recognized Lisa and the kid too. So she recognizes both of them, which is a hint saying that, yeah, she's Freddy's daughter. I'll just say that now.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. That's clearly just a hint. I'm not. That's clearly like fact. Nobody knows that she's his daughter. It's clearly.
John is still convinced that he's his son.
Mm-hmm. It's clearly like not obvious, you know. But anyway,
well, the funny thing is, Freddy's so powerful that when he killed Carlos and Spencer, no one remembered that they even existed.
Yeah, which I guess he did that to other movies. I don't know.
I think he did too.
Nobody remembers Nancy at this point.
I think he's more powerful in powers than Jason or Michael.
Yeah. If Freddy was fighting Jason in this movie, he probably would have beat him. Hell, I think Freddy would have beat him, since at the very end, if the girl wasn't there, Freddy would have won, or at least won that round.
I think Freddy is at his most powerful end. You can't count New Nightmare because that's not even Freddy. That's
not technically
pretending to be Freddy.
Technically, it's this movie. In Nightmare 5, he lost all his powers, so I guess he had to get all those souls back into his body.
Pretty much, and that's why he pretty much got all the kids in the United States killed. You're right, like you said, his powers are back.
Mm-hmm. He has all the power.
Yep.
But originally, I know the original script was, like, the original scripts, there's actually multiple of them. This movie had multiple. And there's one by, what was the guy with Lord of the Rings? I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. He did horror movies.
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson, thank you. Yep. Yeah, Peter Jackson wrote original script. I actually think the original scripts would have been a little better in this movie, but, you know, I still do enjoy this movie. But, and there's also a script that was supposed to bring back the fucking Dream Warriors, which would have been badass. I would have loved that, but sadly they didn't do it, that would have tied all the movies together a little better, I think, but, oh well, screw it, they didn't do it.
Still pretty good continuity.
Either way, this movie is decent. Like, it's fun. If I say a movie is fun, it means I still enjoy it a little bit. Or I at least rewatch it. Like, I like this movie. Like, Leprechauns, I'll say it's fun. I won't say they're good movies. This movie technically isn't a good movie, but it's fun. You know? You know what I'm saying, right?
I agree. Even though it's my favorite, I know it's not a good movie, but it's the one I go back the most.
Yeah, I think I go back to Nightmare 4 the most, but it's not my favorite. But I enjoy
Nightmare 4 is my absolute favorite, and I go to it all the time.
Oh, Nightmare 4 is your absolute favorite? Okay, we'll have fun doing that. I love Nightmare 4, since that's the one they're renting.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Since I own the first and third movie, so I rented that one the most.
I own all the movies because I got the DVD with that cool slipcover.
Yeah, I don't own the DVD. I own the 4-packs, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, company not releasing the Blu-rays in different, like, I like it when they have it all in one pack, but I prefer it when they also have, like, one that they have, like, multiple, like, DVDs and shit like that, like, multiple copies and shit, so you can buy separately. God damn it! What if I want
that's the thing about nowadays.
clearly?
Like, everybody just wants all of them in, like, one small pack. You know, but there are ways to just buy. You could buy the Blu-ray pack and just buy a bunch of make custom Blu-ray cases and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can technically do
Places
that,
where you
but
can
I don't
buy
like
them,
doing that. And the Hammer series, goddamn, have good luck, since there's a couple of 4-packs, but that's about it. None of them are released like
those are impossible to get together.
Yeah, those are impossible to get together. That's the only problem with them. So they were done by different companies.
You'd be lucky if you're born in that area. Lucky to see them. Other than that, they're impossible.
You'll get like some Universal films that are all together, and some Warner Brothers movies, but that's about it. I think
I have all of them. That's because they sold them all at that time. Yeah, but they sold them all at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a few Share Factory releases of them too.
But yeah, man, like
yeah, you're talking.
Dad, there's something already.
Go. But anyway, talk about Hammer though. I wish they would have them all in one pack. But they're owned by so many companies. I think it's Warner Brothers and.
So much little breathing.
Okay, there we go. You're back good.
No, I'm not. I just got other stuff to do. I just had a quick moment.
All right.
But don't worry, you can talk about it. I'll put my 2 cents in.
All right.
I don't want us bringing us down.
All right, so we're on the Power Glove scene. That's why I waited. So anyway, so Spencer's transported into the video game, and he has like an Atari controller, and
I'm back officially, guys.
Yeah.
Yo, Papa, see dinner.
It would have been funny if he was using an NES controller.
So, here's what happens, ladies and
gentlemen. Or a Sega Genesis controller. They would have done it. They would have let him use the controller. Fuck it. Sega will let anybody do shit. Hey, you want to talk about the scene?
Yeah, man. So, Freddy is playing on, like, this little bitty controller, and these people try to stop him from controlling their friends. And then, once, like, they try and fuck with his system, he's like,
You forgot one thing.
You forgot about one thing. You forgot about the Power Glove!
Which in real life wouldn't fucking work. That shit would not work in real life, but Freddy is so powerful he's able to make it work.
And then he presses a button and uses the things to, like, destroy their friend. And they are so terrified of the Power Glove, they literally run away. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. And then Carlos is, fuck, what was it? Oh yeah, Carlos in the real world is actually like sleepwalking. Is really fucking. I don't like that he's like moving around like that. That's way too cartoonish. I don't mind the rest of it, but that's a little too much. But oh well. But oh well, you have to ignore that to enjoy the movie.
It doesn't take me completely out of the.
Yeah, it doesn't take you completely out of the movie, but it does a little bit. It's a little too cartoonish. Like but either way, it's still fun to watch. So, then there's also one other thing. The soul, like, his body is transported into Freddy, which goes into the floor, which is kind of confusing how that happens in the real world.
Oh, yeah.
If he would have, like, fallen into, like, a random hole, like, not, like, that didn't look like Freddy, I think that would have been better a little bit, since, you know, if their body disappeared, then I guess that makes some sense.
I guess we all that is probably
the... And then Super Spencer dies. Or Super Spencer. And the Power Glove defeats him, and Freddy is like, "Oh yeah, I'm in business again, thanks to you."
And like I said, they go back to the shelter.
Actually, first they got she kicks him in the nuts, which Freddy looks like he's enjoying it. He's like, yeah. He probably would enjoy getting kicked in the nuts. I think all the horror icons have been kicked in the nuts. Except for technically Chucky, I guess. Except for Chucky, but he's a little short, so I guess it's a little hard to kick him in the nuts. They just kick him. They just put him like a football. But anyway, she knocked John Doe out, so he's not able to wake up, which is kind of stupid. They knocked him out, which... It's kind of not something
so
you do.
Funny. They completely destroy their chances of saving him because they wanted to save him.
He's still convinced it's Freddy's kid. You think I'm your father? No.
Well, actually, this is a scene in the... Yeah. So there's that scene with where Freddy's like really fucking with the house going up, and he like wakes up again. And he's like, I'm not gonna get off this bed again. And the goddamn thing starts to fucking burn. And he's like, I hate this house. It's so fucking funny. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Third favorite if you count the credits. It's actually really funny to watch. That's one of the more funny scenes in the movie. But anyway, so he has a parachute, which makes sense. It's a dream, and sadly, Freddy's in that parachute and decides to fuck with him. And do you think I'm your daddy? Wrong. Yeah, there's so many scenes I can like not memorable, but so he
Quotable.
yeah, they're so quotable. This is the great. This movie has some quotable lines. I don't understand completely why people absolutely despise this movie. It's not despise worthy. Like something like Jason Goes to Hell, I can understand people hating that. See the Chucky, that too. But this movie, it's not as terrible as like something like Halloween Resurrection. To be honest, Freddy was got the least fucked over out of all of them. Well, actually, Jason. Oh no, Jason got sent to space. So yeah, Freddy was the least fucked up out of all of them, I would say. Because Michael has technically Halloween 6, which is technically a mess. But even though it's still a fun movie...
Who cares about technically? Technicallys are bullshit. Listen, all of the franchises have at least one fuck up, okay? No matter how much we try to deny it to ourselves, all of the franchises have at least one fuck up. That just some people are good, some people are bad. Ultimately, who cares? It's just... Oh my god.
Well, I guess the remake's the low point from the Nightmare series. That's the lowest it gets, which I only give that movie a 2, so it's not really that terrible. I give See the Chucky like a 2 too. I don't hate them. Like none of these movies I absolutely despise. Like I don't like the amount of care they put into it, but I don't hate the movie since I know some people like it. Like Heartbreaker, I respect his opinion of liking the movie. I still don't understand why he likes Silent
The thing is they're just movies, so who really cares at the end of the day?
Yeah, every movie has their fans. Even Halloween,
Resurrection.
Halloween Resurrection.
Don't say Halloween 6. Halloween 6 is great.
Like, Halloween 6 has many fans. Halloween 6 has lots of fans. And then even not Halloween, goddamn, Hellraiser fucking Revelations, even that has 1 or 2 fans. It's rare, but there's probably at least 1 or 2 fans of it. It happens.
Rare, but it can happen.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Freddy decides to kill John Doe by sealing off a Wile E. Coyote, because I know I hear a lot of people hating on this, but you know, it's really not that bad. It's inspiration, okay? It's a reference. I don't mind it. I mean, the guy would have died either way, but still, whatever.
Yeah,
Freddy's just fucking with him.
Dead.
Freddy just likes to fuck with people. Him seeing the spikes there actually it makes him die slower. Because if he falls, like, flat down, he's gonna be a fucking pancake. He's gonna die, like, not right away, but he's gonna die pretty quick.
That would have been hilarious. He just pancake and
like a cartoon character, like fucking Wile E. Coyote turned to fucking pancake.
Yep, and then Freddy Krueger like rolled him into his friends.
That would have been fucking hilarious. It would have been too much, but it would have been fucking hilarious. We all know that would have been fun, and people would hate it, but it still would have been funny.
Yep.
But anyway, so Freddy transforms himself into his daughter. He transports himself, I guess. He technically has a link, which has always been one theory I've had. So as long as he has a link with you, like if you're an Elm Street kid, he can get in your dreams even if you're not in Springwood. But since he ran out of Elm Street kids, he doesn't have anybody else, so he doesn't have any connections.
Tell him I'll be there.
You know, that's at least what I think. That makes sense to me. All right, guys, we're ending a little bit. Heartbreaker has to go jerk off and eat at the same time. He's gonna kick my ass for saying that. He's gonna do both at the same time. No, I'm just kidding. He's just eating. So anyway, we're gonna talk about the movie while he is eating his food, whatever the hell he's eating.
We'll speed through it, and then he can come back for the end of it.
Yeah, maybe he's just gonna jerk off and eat. So anyway, we're not gonna do it too quick. We'll do it. Hopefully, it'll be back by the final scene. We'll take a little while. We'll talk very slowly. We'll say every syllable. We'll do everything, so it takes forever, and you're all bored. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, so the main, her boss, I guess, I don't know. He forgets everybody that's there, because Freddy made him forget everything, and Doc's the only one that remembers, which we only mentioned Doc very quickly. Who is also an alien.
He only becomes the main character towards the end of the movie. He's kind of like sprints, but he comes in to help defeat Freddy. Mm-hmm. About the dream.
He's pretty cool, though. I like Doc. I think actually a lot of people like Doc.
Mm-hmm.
The people who don't like the movie like his performance since he was an alien.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's all confused about, she thinks, wait a minute, maybe I'm Freddy's daughter. And she finds an adoption decree and talks to her mom about it, which this is the only scene her mom's in. The original cut, she was in another scene. Which, I always thought it was a goddamn adoption lady. I thought she went to Springwood, since they actually kind of look similar to me.
Huh.
I thought they actually were the same person as a kid when I first watched this movie. I don't know why. But I just... Cause they remind me of each other. I thought it was a adoption lady. But they're not, so... Oh well. I actually just realized that recently. That it wasn't the, like a year or two ago, probably, that it wasn't the adoption lady was actually her mom, since the deleted scenes. But oh well. And deleted scenes don't matter too much. They're fine.
They just add a little bit to it.
Yeah, just add a little bit. I think that I can't remember. I know there's I want to talk about this earlier. So the scene with the map says we're fucked. One version actually says the map says we're screwed instead, which wouldn't have worked at all. It would have wouldn't have been funny.
Terrible.
That would have been terrible. But since he says the map says we're fucked, it's actually funny. But since he says the map says we're screwed, it's not very funny since he's not cursing. Cursing is funny. But anyway, so she walks and thinks in the rain, and for some reason they decide to skip 7, 8, better stay up late, and just skip to 9, 10, never sleep again, because I guess that was deleted out. I have no idea. It might have been. I have no idea. But I guess it was deleted out. I've always noticed that, even when I first watched the movie. They skip to 9, 10. I don't know why. They just do it. Because I guess nobody got to stay up late. People are going to sleep.
We got time for all time.
I'm not sure if they had that in alternate versions. They might. It wouldn't surprise me since why would they skip it? But anyway, so she goes back to sleep, and her as a little girl, and we learn that definitely Freddy is her father, which we see Robert Englund. He doesn't have any makeup on. Yep. Well, in Nightmare 2, he was also in it, like as a quick. It was like a really quick cameo, so it
he's
barely
the bus
counted.
driver.
Yeah, he's the bus driver. It barely counts those. His first true time without the makeup. In Freddy's Nightmares also, he's mostly shrouded in darkness. It's the first time he wasn't, like, shrouded in darkness or quick. So, this movie...
Basically, his wife finds out about his serial killer. He kills her. You see, like any other serial killer, serial killers is a secret place where he keeps trophies and pictures.
You're cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I said that just like every other serial killer, he has a place where he keeps his trophies and pictures.
Oh yeah, he has the multiple gloves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He had different designs for his glove. That's really cool.
I find odd that he doesn't have it on both hands at all, but I guess it would be difficult to take off.
It'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
If he had it on both hands.
I guess that's why he has only his right hand. He probably does have a left glove somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the purposes are for each glove, but I guess one's an S&M glove. Freddy probably would love S&M. He probably loves M&Ms too.
You get along with Pinto, great.
People who love S&Ms clearly love M&Ms. Like Freddy. Freddy loves M&Ms. But anyway, so Freddy tells her, "Oh yeah, you're my daughter," and shows her the picture shown earlier, and he's telling her that he's her blood, and I'm not sure exactly what he says, but he tells her that since he was killing kids, he got his daughter taken, but then he started to kill more kids, which I'm not sure if that makes sense, but whatever. It's Freddy. It doesn't need to make complete sense. He's
not really
a little crazy. He's crazy. He's mad. He's the son of 100 maniacs, so Doesn't need to make sense.
Yep. I
And
love how they go into his
every
backstory.
town has an Elm Street on it, which is actually probably the best.
Right.
One of the best lines in this movie. Yeah, I think it is my favorite line in the movie. It was actually a line from the original Nightmare on Elm Street 3 script. Originally, it was said by Nancy's dad, but I guess they reused a lot of stuff from that script. Like, I know there was originally alright. So, in the original script, there was a pregnant lady. And originally it was very similar to Dream Child. They reused that for Nightmare 5. So, a lot of the stuff that was in there in the script was reused, which I do like. But the original script was actually really good for Nightmare 3. I like the original script for Nightmare 3. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, just making sure, since this shit cuts out. Sometimes when nobody talks,
I'm here.
it's confusing. It's fucking... Okay, good. So anyway, now we get into Tracy's treatment with her dad, and this is a fucked up scene since, he's like, nobody has to know, and we learn that she beat the shit out of him and shit, and killed him, which is understandable, since I'd probably kill his ass too.
She had to protect herself.
Yeah. But, understandable, I could be, like, anger issues and shit. I'd probably have anger issues too, to be completely honest. But she beat the shit out of him with a, I guess it's a camel. Like, a camel, that's what they're called, right?
Bitch.
Yeah, and then, first she's like, kids today, huh? No respect. Then he says that, kung fu this, bitch! And, it's your dream, but it's my rules. I think that's it. And then, he's just, like, fucking with her and shit. He's just fighting with her and, like, using this and shit. And then eventually she just has the idea to wake herself up with the fire. And I love that Freddy's in the background,
I think
just, like, looking at her.
I think that's a nod to the... Doesn't Nancy do that?
Yeah. But instead she's using, like... She's using the guy... That has to hurt more, though. Nancy didn't burn herself too bad. She burned herself, like, second degree at least.
Oh, over the stove, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
second degree
she
at least.
Died.
She wouldn't have died, but it would have hurt like a motherfucker. That'd be at least second degree.
Freddy would have got her if she didn't wake up.
Oh, yeah, he would have got her. I thought you were saying she would have died from fire.
No, Freddy
that would have been, like, I think it's second degree burns. That's my guess, at least. I don't think it's third degree. It could be. I'd have to look at the burn, but hearing the sound. So anyway, after that, Doc has his dream, too. Where he's, Tracy saying that I guess she got stuck in a locker. I guess there's some assholes. I guess Freddy's clearly a bully. Freddy bullies people. Freddy's a bully. He's an asshole. But, anyway, so he just makes her look at him, look at the lockers, just fuck with him, I guess. And then, he just beats the shit out of Freddy, because, why not? Because Freddy, even though Freddy can't get hurt in the dream world, he pretends, because, he's Freddy, he's gonna fuck with people.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you talk about this a little bit.
Talk about well, we're getting to the boiling point where they have to figure out how to destroy Freddy.
I was talking about the scene where he's talking to Doc about, like, cutting off his fingers and shit. About all his deaths.
All the ways he died.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to burn me. They tried to bury me. They tried to kill me with holy water. But
even though that technically is the same thing as burying him.
Right, but
and they didn't even mention the second or fifth movie.
Oh,
or the fourth movie.
Bringing him out.
He got to say, "I was brought back by dog piss. I'm amazing."
That still is totally weird to me how it gets brought back in the fourth.
Hey, he dies weird. He dies by a mirror, but that's an incantation, so I guess it makes some sense. It's weird, but it makes some sense. It was an incantation. Dog piss.
He died in this.
I guess.
Oh yeah, love. He dies from love in the second.
Well, he technically doesn't die in the second movie, and technically they tried prosecution first, and then they also burned him. They burned him like twice. You can't when they tried disbelief too in the first movie.
Yes, and that makes the most sense because fear pretty much Freddy's power.
If you don't fear him, he can't do nothing.
He can't hurt
See, if
you.
you
That's
just
why.
treat him like a friend, he can't do anything. He's like a little teddy bear. So anyway,
just like in Freddy vs. Jason, he only can give you revive because of fear that Jason made.
He has to have enough fear. He didn't have enough, so he's just like a teddy bear.
I'm pretty sure in that scene he realized that they can pull him into the real world, and that's how you. I think he pulls something off of him, doesn't he? Like a piece of skin or something.
Yeah, he got a piece of his shirt.
Yes. Because they realized, like in every other.
Freddy vs. Jason, it was skin, and then the first movie it was hat.
Oh yeah, it was the ear. He pulled off his ear for you.
And then it turned to fucking worms.
Yep. I like.
Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason is great. I love Freddy vs. Jason. But anyway, now we get the 3D, which this is the only Nightmare movie.
Your favorite part of your movie.
Yeah. It's mainly because I had to watch it in 3D. If I had 3D glasses, I probably wouldn't have minded.
Surprisingly, they never did that in Halloween. They did it in Friday the 13th with it.
Yeah. They did it in Jaws, which is probably one of the worst 3D movies you can watch.
Yeah, I heard
I think that's actually worse than The Revenge, to be completely honest. Revenge is kind of stupid, but at least it has some seriousness to it. Like, at least it doesn't have completely terrible effects. There's some effects that are decent, at least. But anyway, the main reason why this 3D kind of annoys me is because I have to watch it in 3D, but I still could stand it anytime I rented it. I don't know why they had it in 3D, but 3D version, but they did.
I think
I probably
it tried to separate itself by using a gimmick, maybe.
Yes, it's probably why they did it. But I don't understand why they did it for the end of the movie, which kind of sucks.
Like, I don't know. This is kind of random.
Don't put on your 3D glasses yet. Now put on your 3D glasses about an hour and 10 minutes in. Yep, our movie is totally 3D. You glad you paid the extra money for the ticket? That's probably what they're. That's the truthful way they should say it. So anyway, Maggie's his kid. She's able to get into Freddy's head because.
Yo, what up, guys? I'm back. Sorry.
Yep.
Need to eat something.
He was jerking off.
Yeah, shut the.
He's doing that and eating. You can do it at the same time.
Yeah, well, I eat with my family. So.
Well, you can always do it on the table. Just like you feed a dog secretly. Just touch yourself under the table.
Okay, can you stop this?
Alright, I'm joking. That's fucked up. Alright, so anyway, so she's inside Freddy's head. She has to, talk about the electricity, but she's able to get in there.
What do you want me to say? Yeah, guys, there's some 3D scenes here.
To put on 3D glasses.
Put on your 3D glasses now. I should make this.
You gotta
this
pull
review
Freddy out into the real world.
I just make this thumbnail 3D as a joke. I can actually probably do that.
That's when you see all of Freddy's flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Him as a kid torturing animals, finding out that his
Alice Cooper,
different image. Alice Cooper is his dad.
Alice Cooper, baby.
Back.
Yeah.
He's a man.
And find out that he found out that he killed her mom because she found out about his secret place with the big.
And she said that she wouldn't tell, but she did.
Yep.
You said
and
you
burned him alive, and he accepted the powers from the
Dream Demons. Yeah.
Dream Demon, which I find very interesting. Gives it even more lore.
Mm-hmm. Technically, he said yes before he burned. So he was alive. He said yes.
Yep. And
they refilmed that scene like 3 times, counting Freddy's Nightmares. Because they did in Freddy vs. Jason 2, but that was really quick. So anyway, she's able to get Freddy in the real world pretty easily. He doesn't even fight back, really. Yep. It's weird how he fucking comes out. So it's like, it looks like he has a butt on his head, kind of, like how the effects are. Kind of reminds me of Dracula, the 90s movie. Kind of reminds me of that, like a bad
Bram
butt on his head.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Or Grant.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of that. He has a baboon's butt on his head. Or like the burned baboon's butt on his head.
But she's beating the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
kids.
Kids, you could technically call it a Father's Day.
Yeah, it's clearly Father's Day. Hell, it says Happy Father's Day at the very end. Maybe it takes place on Father's Day. Maybe. You never know.
We have a horror movie for every holiday.
Yeah.
Father's Day.
Every single holiday.
Graduation Day. Final exam.
Movie night day.
Netflix and chill day. The Strangers.
Basically, how Freddy dies.
Valentine's Day.
Sticked with dynamite.
Yeah.
There's Valentine.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah. President's Day.
There is one for President's
Yeah, there's one for President's Day.
I need to make a Martin Luther King Jr. slasher film where a guy dresses up like Martin Luther King saying his lines. That would be.
I have a dream that you'll fucking die.
I have a dream that you will die.
So, final thoughts on what's everyone's
Well, we
final
still gotta
thoughts
talk
on
about the
Freddy's
final
Dead?
movie since we gotta talk about how he gets fucked up like a motherfucker.
He gets the shit kicked out of him.
He gets the shit kicked out of him. He gets his nose bit, his hand fucking, like, I don't know how the fuck he did this, but his hand gets fucked up. Like, she does it with, she doesn't even do it with a, like, knife or anything. She just, like, pulls that shit backwards and it fucks him up. Like,
Stabs him with his glove.
Yeah. That, and she also stabs him with a pipe to fuck up his left hand, too. I don't know how the fuck she got his right hand, though, since I guess he's kind of a little bit, like, since he's technically dead, I guess his body's a little bit weaker than most other people. He can get hurt more easily. Like, paper cut would probably hurt him more. It wouldn't surprise me if the makeup would make him a little harder to kill. Like, because that makeup probably would at least to give a little bit of something. But anyway, she fucks him up pretty bad. I do kind of wish that they would have killed him off a little better in a way, since this is the exact same as the first movie, but oh well, I'm not a big fan of this way that he died. Like, it's cool, but
yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. I prefer the kill in the third movie, or even no, it's better than the fourth and fifth movie.
Remake is better.
What, the remake death? Well, actually, the very ending scene where Nancy's mom's killed is actually pretty cool. I like that scene a lot.
Oh,
that's really fucking cool.
Through the eye?
Yeah,
it's better than the first movie's ending.
Yeah, that's
why does nobody ever make fun of the first ending?
I make fun of the first ending.
Horrible.
I make fun of that.
Oh, it's horrible.
But I make fun of it.
People normally just bring up that's bad and then just move on. They never really.
Because they don't want to admit that the original Friday Nightmare on Elm Street is really silly.
Yeah. It
easily has the worst ending of a horror movie. Oh, I cannot think of a worse ending.
Sex doll through people. It's dumb.
There's some worse horror
and that wasn't even the ending. There was a different ending in the studio wanted to go with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's multiple
pretty much Freddy gets blown up with a pipe bomb after getting stabbed with his
Happy Father's Day
hand. Happy Father's Day.
Kids.
Boom, and then all the dream demons go with them.
The only weird thing is they're gonna find another person to bring him back, because they're just gonna bring Freddy back. So they might want to try to kill the dream demons, because those things.
There's no way to kill demons unless you have Doom Guy.
Oh yeah, you gotta get Doom Guy. Bring Doom Guy in the series. That would work. So anyway, I guess the movie stops being
Freddy
3D.
Krueger versus Doom Guy. Doom Guy just shoots him in the head with a shotgun. Over.
Mm-hmm.
She said it. She says Freddy's dead.
Mm-hmm. And the 3D is over, and we get all my favorite part of the movie: the credits.
The show
the badass
a scene from pretty much every Nightmare movie,
including this movie.
Yep. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Clip show credits.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good song.
Mm-hmm. It's not the full version of the song. I listened to the full version. It's not as good as it actually. I prefer this version of the song than the full version. It's called let me think. Why was I born?
Tell us the song.
Why Was I Born? That's the song name of the song.
Yep.
Put me to sleep.
Dream, dream, dream when I feel
When
blue.
I want blue.
All the night.
Okay, guys, final
when
thoughts.
I want
I'll
you.
say the final thoughts first.
Go ahead.
This movie, ultimately, it's really bad, but I tell you, it's extremely enjoyable, and that fixes all the problems with the film. You can talk about continuity errors, everything that doesn't make sense, but ultimately, if you enjoy it, you don't give a fuck. I love this movie, and I hope you do too. I hope this podcast makes you want to rewatch this film and maybe see it in a different light, because it's not meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Most of the movies that people hate on, you take them seriously, and guess what? Not every movie is meant to be. And this is one of the movies where if you take it seriously, you're gonna have a bad time.
Whatever.
You know?
Yeah, I do want to mention this. I did have a series that I used to have called "Is It That Bad?" I want to resurrect the series and do Halloween 5, but the first movie I did on was Freddy's Dead.
Ooh, I love Halloween 5.
Yeah, I know, so do I. That's what I want to do.
Tina over Rachel.
Is It That Bad? Well, no, I prefer Rachel, definitely. I don't like Tina still.
I don't know. I think Rachel was a little too mean to her steps.
Yeah, that's
really nice
a little
to her.
bit, but I don't like Tina still. She kind of annoys me. I don't like Tina. I love Halloween 5, but I don't like Tina that much. She's okay. She doesn't, like, annoy me that much. But everybody else fucking hates her.
She sacrifices herself for her. Her.
Yeah, but I prefer if it was Rachel who did that still. That would have been a little better.
Yeah, Rachel gets killed. And it's like Resurrection. The good characters get killed off way too quick.
But I still love Halloween 5.
Resurrection.
But anyway, yeah, I actually want to resurrect that series. But the first movie I did own was this movie and Freddy's, and Jason Goes to Hell. I probably should redo it since I have more to say about it. But, yeah, this movie is really good. Or not, I wouldn't say it's good. It's definitely so bad that it's good, but it's really fun. It's really fun to watch. It's a really fun movie. Most of the kills are pretty fun to watch, except some of them do get a little too wacky and too cartoonish. Like, the Spencer kill can get there sometimes, and some things like that can get too cartoonish. But I do enjoy the movie. Freddy is really fun to watch. You know, Robert Englund does a great job as Freddy. All the actors do a decent job too. They all have charisma, I'd say, and they all are really fun to watch. It's definitely so bad it's good, but it is definitely fun to watch, and I really enjoy it. And I give this movie, I guess, a 3 out of 5. So you guys go.
Daniel, you're the last person to tell your thoughts on it, man.
Well, it's my go-to when it comes to horror movie. Bored, I'll put it in. It's a bad day, I'll put it in. I call it a comfort movie, and it's just probably the most. I think they had a lot of fun making it. They put a lot of effort into it. I can see that, and it's not as bad as everyone says. I think it's lazy. People are lazy and say it's bad. There's definitely much worse. Like Chucky.
There's way worse.
There's way worse.
I've watched some bad horror movies.
Stepfather remake.
The remake is definitely worse for me.
Ooh, the Stepfather remake. I think the Nightmare on Elm Street remake is worse. Part 5 is worse. But yeah, I think it just pull your bias aside and just give it a watch. Just have fun.
Yeah, just have fun. You gotta. If you're high, you'll definitely enjoy the movie. But I didn't watch this movie high, so I still enjoyed it though. But even if you're not high, you'll still enjoy it. Some movies you just gotta watch while high, like Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. But it's still fun to watch even if you aren't. So anyway, we all like this movie. It's a good movie.
Yes.
And it's really not that bad. Not as bad as people say it is. Not even close.
Yep.
So I guess we're done with this episode of the Deadites podcast. Thanks for showing up, man.
Done with the episode of the Deadites podcast. We're so glad to have you and entertain you tonight. Hopefully you won't die in your sleep, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah.